Okie dokie, artichoke. Here we go. I'm Chelsea. Thank you for joining me. This is going to be a little tour of my new blog, Coping with Crisis, with me, Chelsea. All right, so this is our homepage. I kind of squeezed a whole lot of just, the general stuff in here, mission and vision. The important part I want to share here is that I do want to be a provider of choice, and my vision is a world where people are aware of how to self-regulate their nervous system, enabling them to help themselves and others in moments of vulnerability. And that actually connects to one of the categories that we'll talk about later in the blog post that's going, well, we'll get there when we get there. Awesome. As you see, I've got a photo gallery down below here. All the imagery for this blog is photography, photographs that I took. And I wanted to have a very calming, cooling imagery. So there's lots of greens, lots of browns, lots of grays and blues. Just a very calming, cooling color. And that also connects to crisis text line. So let's talk about that. I am a volunteer crisis counselor for them, which means that when somebody, can't you see I'm doing a video? I'm gonna have to cut this out. Leave it, baby. Leave it. And so, crisis text line. What that is if somebody's in a crisis or they're just not feeling well, maybe they're lonely, um, maybe they want to learn more about how they can take their mental health into their own hands. Uh, this is the place for them. It doesn't matter any of the details except for do you want to feel better? And I see this like mental health first aid. A lot of us understand the importance of just your general physical health first aid, but sometimes the mental health gets a little neglected, and I'm here to bring it out into the light. All right, so here's a little description here of what that all is. Here's some feedback I got. I thought that was the sweetest thing. They said, "Thank you so much for listening, being patient, and helping me." That was so sweet. All right. So next we've got the blog post page. So this is going to have the majority of my content starting with my most recent post, which I did a category on research trending. This is going to be part one. There's been a lot of talk and a lot of action on the crisis text line regarding the natural disasters going on. That's actually what actually Hurricane Helene and North Carolina, that is what encouraged me to start my volunteer journey because I wanted to feel connected. Uh, and it was a good time because they needed people. So it's really great to see that data reflected back. Maybe we could do something with it. Awesome. So next blog post I want to bring up is lived experience. This is part one as well. So this is going to have some slightly personal information in there, but it's okay. We're all just people here and life happens. So the whole reason why I'm here is because I had a panic attack, a very bad one when I was a young adult. Just a series of unfortunate events happened, and like out of nowhere, I like completely had a panic attack and thought I was going to die. So that wasn't cool. So I talked to some trusted people. I didn't know about the crisis text line at that time. I wish I would have known, but I talked to a trusted professor of mine and a doctor and took some courses on stress management and more advanced health topics. So I really feel like that's part of my journey and where I started on that. I also had a very kind stranger help me that day, and this whole blog is kind of my way of paying that forward. And here at the bottom, I've left a really simple blurb here with information on my previous education and current graduate program, which is MLIS, with a emphasis in digital services and special librarianship, botanical and medical. So you see, this is a really great uh, really great meeting of those two awesome topics. So this is going to be my hyperlinked library with most, if not all, of the content that I'm sharing. I think I might have a couple extra in here. Actually, there's quite a few. And still not finished. I'm still vetting quite a few more. What's really amazing is with the crisis text line and the research database that I've been pulling from, a lot of them are completely overlapping. So it's really amazing to see that go two sides of the coin. And speaking of which, the research PubMed. So that's coming out of NIH, that's the National Library of Medicine, and biotechnology information, excuse me. If you want to see my personal collection of documents that are uh, especially for this blog, Coping with Crisis, you can click here and that'll take you to those. And this is really fun. You could kind of see trends. Like most of the stuff I got is within a 5-year period, but I actually happened to find some older articles that I tagged on as well, just because they were so appropriate. All right, my battery's getting low, so I've got to get on with the show here. Just one more time with the gallery. We have Enhancing Your Healing Journey with Nature's Touch. So this is aesthetic, this theme, it's important to me because research has shown that plants in nature help your healing processes, and even if it's just the imagery. So I also love this. This is my real photography, real plants, real nature, real places on earth, and it's so beautiful to look upon, and I find it to be very pleasurable, and I hope you do too. All right, well, that will conclude the tour of my blog, Coping with Crisis with Chelsea. I hope you enjoyed it. I appreciate any feedback. Thank you so much. Have a great rest of your day. Toodaloo. Share and